Alright, the first app that I'm going to tell y'all about today is MyScoreIQ. It's a FICO-based credit monitoring service that's really essential if you're planning on buying a home. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, I'm going to go through a quick couple of pages of my book and show y'all the difference between FICO and a VantageScore. 9 times out of 10, if you're applying for a home loan, a car loan, any major purchase, that lender is probably looking at your FICO score. We're going to go through like 2 pages of my book and I'll teach y'all a little bit about them both. So it's a must that I begin this off talking about good old Credit Karma. A lot of people always saying Credit Karma is inaccurate. Credit Karma is not the right score to look at. Credit Karma is wrong. Now, there's a truth in a little bit of that, but Credit Karma isn't necessarily inaccurate, right? Credit Karma isn't a good credit score if you're planning on buying a home simply because it doesn't show you your FICO score. It shows a version of your Vantage score, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Credit Karma isn't necessarily bad. It just doesn't show you everything. Right? Credit Karma is a good tool for like a daily monitor on your credit report. You know, you're not in credit repair. You're not trying to do anything major. You just want to know and get alerts for certain things that hit your credit report. Credit Karma is okay for that. But if you plan on buying a home, Credit Karma just won't do it because it doesn't even show you all 3 credit scores. It doesn't show you all 3 scores from all of the bureaus. And as you know, when you do a home loan, the lenders look at your middle score. If Credit Karma only showing you 2 scores, then you'll never know what your middle score is. Now let's talk about the difference between the two. As I mentioned earlier, FICO is what most lenders are looking at. Right? They weigh things a little bit differently, but the FICO score is typically what you want to look at if you want to know your true credit score that most lenders are looking at. Now, the Vantage score, Credit Karma uses a Vantage score, CreditWise uses a Vantage score. Smart Credit, that we'll talk about in just a few minutes, also uses a Vantage score. So Vantage score isn't bad. It's just a good way to track certain things. So to answer any questions about Credit Karma, yes, those scores are accurate, but it's accurate based on a Vantage scoring model. Now, the Vantage score model is legit. You see here is the 3 major bureaus created it. Okay. It's also commonly used by lenders. I've actually had a couple of mortgage lenders that uses a Vantage score. FICO is just the most common, right? Most times for Vantage scores, it's for those apps that's monitoring your credit for free. You know, those apps on your phone, CreditWise and things that come with your bank. Most of them use a Vantage score. So that's a quick little spiel about both of the credit score formulas. You can always go get a copy of my book. I'll leave that in the description, and you can read all about the different types of credit scores. And with all that being said, it's important to see what your FICO score is if you're planning on buying a new home. Now, before I forget, I need y'all to do me a favor and hit that like button and hit that bell so you can get notified of all my videos. Okay, let's talk about MyScoreIQ. MyScoreIQ shows you your FICO score. This is the score that is pretty similar to the score that your lender will see when they run your credit. I always recommend people to come here if they're planning on buying a home. This will give you an accurate measure of how close or how far away you are from making that dream a reality. If you go in here and you see your score is under 500, you know you got a lot of work to do. However, if you check your FICO score and you're in the 600 range, you might not be that far away. So it's good to have a good indication of what your FICO score is before you hop on that home buying process. And while I like MyScoreIQ, you can get it for $1, right? You don't have to pay a lot of money just to see what your credit scores are. And if you want to keep it on a monthly basis, it's only about like $32 a month. So I like MyScoreIQ. I'm going to actually go through a quick I'll actually log in and show y'all what the app looks like. How about we log into MyScoreIQ and let's see what it's working with, y'all. So off the bat, y'all see you get all 3 of your credit scores from all of the bureaus. You got TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Now this client is actually in good shape. This is one of my home buyer clients that want to buy a home and she probably thought she was far away. These are her FICO scores. Most lenders want to see a 620 anyway. So depending on what's on her credit, she's probably ready to get pre-approved with the lender. All right. I love how it shows your credit summary. Okay. Obviously, you get a free report every month, and we'll look at one of those in a quick second. But look at this credit summary, right? It shows all of your open accounts. It shows that she has only 5 negative accounts. It shows you about your credit utilization. I talked about that on this video. Oh, super fire, it shows what that credit utilization number is for all of your open credit cards accounts. If you watch my video about credit cards, I talked about why your credit utilization is super important to boosting your score. Shows how many hard inquiries she has. And the big one, y'all, it shows the debt to income ratio. Now, the credit score is only part of the job when you are applying for that home loan. Lenders also look at your debt to income ratio, or your DTI. This DTI will pretty much determine how much buying power you have, how much you get pre-approved for. The lower the percentage, the better. You can go right in here and you put in your annual income. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to put in 50 grand. So based on everything that's on her credit report, her debt to income is super low. She probably get approved for a $500,000 mortgage or something. Nah, I'm kidding, because I don't know exactly what her income is. But if she's making 50 grand, she'll definitely be in good shape. I love that about MyScoreIQ. Now let's hop into the credit report. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time reviewing this credit report, but I will show you guys some of the quick features. Okay, as you see here, it shows that it's the FICO score 8. Lenders use a mortgage FICO score. The formula is somewhere in between the FICO 4 and the FICO 5. That's why it's important to see your FICO score, is because nobody knows what that actual mortgage score will be. It shows that it's a FICO score 8, right? It gives a lender rank, so based on her credit report, she's in fair shape at getting approved. Okay, and it shows you that scale right there. It gives you a summary of all of your accounts. And of course, it gives you the account history, outlining each account side by side. When I show y'all smart credit, I'm going to show you why smart credit is the bomb when it comes to repairing your credit, because it shows you everything. But MyScoreIQ shows you a lot as well. Look at it, it's color coded on when the late payments are there. And if I had to guess, this is probably the only thing that's holding her back from buying a home. It shows you all of your accounts from all of the 3 bureaus side by side, right? It shows this a collection account. Just off the bat, y'all know I used to be a beast at this credit repair game. If you're repairing your own credit, I'll show you a quick little error and how I would dispute it. You see on this account right here, on this collection account, on account type, it's showing that this is an open account. These other 2 bureaus are showing that it's a collection account. Somebody has to be lying. Somebody lying, right? If I had to guess, if this is a collection account, then it's been closed. So by TransUnion reporting that it's an open account, that's probably inaccurate. And as you know, you deserve and you are entitled to a 100% accurate credit report. So I would send a dispute directly to TransUnion, and I'll take a picture or screenshot this, shows how it's showing that it's open when it's definitely not an open account. I'll put that in my dispute letter and demand them to change it or remove it within 30 days. That's how easy it is to repair your own credit. We're going to talk about that a little bit more when I get to smart credit. But here you go, man. It's a very, very detailed credit report. It shows everything from all different line items. You'll get an in-depth look at exactly what's on your credit report. And this is your FICO score, y'all. And another thing I like, it maps out and shows you exactly what your hard inquiries are. So if you need hard inquiries removed, you can get that hard inquiry removal letter. Go right here and it tells you exactly who the creditor that's reporting the hard inquiry and the date. And as you know, hard inquiries can't stay on your report no longer than 2 years, so y'all go get those deleted. And last but not least, it shows all of her creditor contact information. This is important. If you're sending out dispute letters, you want to send it to the right people. It also even gives you the phone number in case you want to call and negotiate a settlement. MyScoreIQ is super legit, y'all.